Everyone, today we're going to be having a look at the CBeebies Andy's Amazing Adventures magazine. This one is issue number 24. It costs £2.99 and it runs from the 13th of December 2017 to the 9th of January 2018. And with this one you get two really cool free gifts. You get the 8 mini dinos and then you get the 5 collectible cards as well. So we'll just take those off for now. And like with all CBeebies magazines, they're so beautifully illustrated and colourful and inviting and just what any young explorer would want to have a look at. So we begin with Jen saying, I can see bones. And there's this big fossil dig here. And obviously Andy saying this was a big dinosaur, which it very clearly was. They mostly were, weren't they? Now, with all of these magazines, there's some really cool things that your children will be doing, as well as looking at the really amazing images, etc. There's so many things that they're going to be working on with their maths, their communication, their literacy, being creative, physical development, feeling good and finding things out. And when you're a teacher like I am, it's so amazing to see that children are actually learning so much before they either start school or whilst they're at school, but you know, through this really cool medium of reading magazines, any kind of reading that you can get your kids to do is just amazing. You should be encouraging it wholeheartedly. So this kind of thing is just cool and really perfect. Now this sticker page is really cool. If we have a look at the stickers that come with this magazine that are usually on the inside pages, you get some really amazing stickers that you can stick on this particular page. So they will obviously go here and your children can choose where they want to stick them. So we'll just leave that to one side for now. What I really love about this magazine as well is that when you've stuck down the sticker, you circle it, but also it tells you how to say each of these crazy dinosaur names. So if you look at this one, for example, this is a Dromaeosaurus. Never heard of that dinosaur before in my life, but learning something new with these magazines all the time. So we start with this one over here, and with this one is a Dracorex. Someone will correct me on that if I am completely wrong. Dracorex. There we go. The magazine taught me. And a really cool fact is that it means Dragon King. Do you think it looks like a dragon? I absolutely do. Look at that face. Gorgeous. And then we have this really cool story, which is called The Woolly Mammoth and the Ice, which, as we all know, is kind of the reason why they believe they could bring these creatures back to life, because lots of them kind of got caught up in ice and preserved. It's a really lovely little story. And obviously you could pause the video at any time and then you could read through the story if you didn't want to go out and buy the magazine. I would encourage you to buy the magazine though, it's really cool. And then this is a really long story, it goes over 4 pages. Then we have Andy's diary, help Andy to write about his adventures. I am an English teacher. Anything you can do to encourage your children to write, I would definitely get them to do it. Today I went back in time 30,000 years and I saw a herd of woolly mammoth, or a herd of mice. Obviously that one's not the correct one. And then it helps you by giving you all these lovely sentence starters, which you think that English teachers do all the time, things that the primary school teachers do all the time. And it just helps, you know, your children to develop their writing skills. We have this really gorgeous sticker page here, which is just lovely. And like I will always say with these magazines, you could go absolutely wild and crazy and colour this in pink and purple. Who knows if they were the correct colours or not. Or you could stick to kind of the colours that your children would expect to see. And then we have changing coats. Find out what these creatures look like when it's hot and cold. So talking about kind of how the Arctic fox looks in the summer and compared to the winter. Just for example, the fact that they have different coats is always a really cool fact for children to know. One of the advert pages, and then you get this really cool pull-out poster, and it's double-sided. So this is a Cryoloplosaurus. Please tell me I got that wrong. All right, and then this one, you have a dinosaur on the other sides as well. And if you let your children put posters up in their bedroom, that's a lovely thing for them to have up. We have the Great Fossil Hunt, Andy's Dinosaur Adventure. Join Andy at the National Museum. 5 fun fossil hunting activities, spectacular footage from the show. Download the official app now. So they've included like a little advert for themselves there. Cool gizmos, ready to make your own gizmo. like I always say with these, they never ask you to find anything to make these that you wouldn't already have in your house if you've got like a little box or something where you put things like cardboard tubes and paints and scissors and things for your children to use. And if not, always ask at school. I would always let my students borrow coloured pencils or a pair of scissors or just anything that they would need. So that's never going to be a problem if you want to do that. This one is to do with the stinging scorpion. Find out about this fierce little creature. What's lovely about this magazine is it does bring in ideas to do with, you know, creatures that are around nowadays, as well as thinking about how they used to be, if they did used to exist, or at least their ancestors did. On your next adventure, you can get 3 Jurassic Giants and obviously some more cards. There's going to be a Dino Bingo game, apologies, a big Majungasaurus poster. Pretty cool. And Andy dress up to make, be an explorer like me. There's a discovery zone, so find out why the T-Rex was a fierce hunter. And again, this corresponds with some of the stickers on the inside of here, which is really, really cool. So these are some of the stickers that you can use. And then Danger on Land, Fierce Hunters. What I love about this is it shows so many different types of dinosaurs with the additions, as opposed to just kind of focusing on 1 or 2. And then it tells you kind of things that you just wouldn't really even know. So the Anchiornis, a mini hunter, hopped around trees, grabbing lizards with its clawed fingers, and it was pretty much the same size as a pigeon. Where I live, we have plenty of pigeons, so it'd be really easy to work out the size of that one. I love these kind of dinosaurs. Anything that was kind of in the sea, I'm all about, because I love any kind of sea creatures. So looking at kind of the shape and relating them to animals that exist today is really pretty cool. I can see this one's clearly related to crocodile or alligator in some way. Slip and slide, draw a path to guide Andy through the ice age and back to the clock. Very cool. And on this one, I love that kids send in their own bits and bobs. So cute. Look at all these lovely little dinosaurs that they've drawn. Absolutely gorgeous. And then you can draw your favourite dinosaur for Andy. Something I never would have been able to do as a child because I cannot draw, but my brother would have definitely helped me to do that. And then you can send your picture in and see if they will include it in the magazine. Volcano Blast, again, scissors, glue, and a grown-up to help. That's all you need. How cool is that? Love stuff like that. So you can create your own little mini volcano. It comes with the different bits and bobs that you'll need, and your own little mini Andy as well. And same on the other side, so it's double-sided, which is why the information about what's going on in the next magazine was on the inside. So if you're interested at all, I'll get out my cards so you can see which ones I got. So I've got a Stegosaurus, which is one of the ones that I recognise, and this one's got a really, really cool flashy background. God, it's going to make me say all of these. Gigantoraptor, pretty cool. You get an Allosaurus. A Mosops, and a Titanobora, which is definitely some kind of snake, which is really very cool. And then obviously with the dinosaurs on the front, I'll let my little boy open these, which is why I generally don't open them, so I'm really sorry about that, but he likes the experience of opening them. You do get some really, really cool dinosaurs in them. Obviously all different colours, which makes them really cool, as opposed to being anatomically correct by what we assume dinosaurs look like and the colours of them, etc. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.